Hi, and welcome to Corplite TV. My name is Donna Heifel. I'm founder of Corplite. We are very excited to have you here today because this is our first workshop of Corplite. We're going to be talking about performance today, and it's going to be based on 3 different questions that we have gotten repeatedly concerning performance, especially in today's economy. We do have a guest today. Our guest is Neil Karn. He's actually a very important part of Corplite and a principal in the company, so we are thrilled to have him and have his experience as part of this discussion, and I'm going to let him introduce himself.
Thank you, Donna. Well, as she said, I'm Neil Karn. I'm the founder of a consulting firm also, Arabon Consulting. Served as an internal consultant and training director for 2 Fortune 500 companies. So that's what I bring to the party.
All right, very good. We are going to start with our very first question. Our first question is about obstacles to performance. What do we think right now in today's world is what trips people up and affects and impacts performance negatively more than anything else? And in my opinion, you don't mind if I go first?
Not at all.
Thank you. In my opinion, I think it's fear. I think people are scared in this economy. I think all their energy is going to fear and what ifs rather than what I can do to build and produce. I think that we've had a pretty lucrative 8 to 10 years where it seemed like a lot of what you did without a whole lot of effort produced something, and now we've got to struggle. And it's within that struggle I think people are panicking and losing some of their energy.
Well, there's no doubt that it's tough out there. And it is a tough economy, and it's a tough environment, and people can be anxious, and that can impact their performance. On the other hand, historically, man has created most nobly, I think, in tight times and difficult times throughout history. I mean, the Great Depression produced some of the greatest writing. And so it isn't necessarily, it doesn't have to take us out of our game. What we have to understand is we have to use that angst, turn it internally, and make it an asset to drive us, if you will. If you watch at the end of a basketball game, if the score is tied with 1 minute to go, every shot is contested. They play defense. They slide on their faces on the hardwood after on the hardwood after
on the what?
On the hardwood after a loose ball. That's when you get your greatest effort.
That's right.
Because the outcome is still in doubt.
That's
and
right.
so in that sense, the fact that it's a tough time, hopefully we can turn that to some positive energy.
And by the way, that's not easy for us either. It's something you have to really work at every day, is to keep yourself up and keep yourself energized and come up with new ideas.
Absolutely.
Okay. Our second question concerns what do people need to do now differently than they did 20 years ago to get the kind of performance that they want. Now, some of you all watching were barely alive 20 years ago, but some of us remember. And I think that the biggest difference probably was adaptability. When I first came into training in a banking environment, you literally could work on a program for 2 years and perfect it and perfect it and perfect it and then put it out there, and now you're asked to do something in 2 days and have it ready and in PowerPoint and up presenting it. I think with social media, the adaptability factor and the flexibility and learning something new all the time, it's just every single day there's something that you can do differently. So in my opinion, it's adaptability and it's flexibility. What about you?
Well, I would agree. I'd say it's slightly differently. I think it's speed.
Okay.
I think speed drives things in this world. In this economy, in this environment, there's going to be 2 types of people, the quick and the dead. So we've got to be responsive, we've got to be quick. You know, they train young pilots on quickness. They actually test them, and they will test the response cycle from when they see something on a screen, when they determine what it is, they identify it, that is, when they decide what to do and then fire off. That cycle they call a reaction cycle, and then you got to be quick, because if you're not quick, well, you're going to get a lot of practice with your parachute.
Okay, now let me ask you this. Is speed and quick necessarily better? Have we created a better environment because we're faster?
I don't know that it's better. I simply would say that quick is the price of entry in this marketplace. You just simply have to be quick. You got to hit that threshold even to be a player. Then you got to be good, but you got to be quick.
Okay, so is quick better? That's a whole different day. Now we're going to move on to question 3. Okay, our third and final question. What are 2 things, we really want to get to solutions here, that we can do to improve performance? And Neil, I think I'm actually going to let you go first on this one.
Okay. Well, let's think about it from two perspectives. One would be the manager's perspective, and one would be the producing employee's perspective. From a manager's perspective, I think it's time for coaching. It is a time for hands-on, everyday management and helping people be successful. People can get derailed pretty quickly in this economy. We talked about that. So being there quick with an encouraging word, with another possible way to do it, with a correcting behavior, whatever it is, I think it's a time for coaching. From the producing perspective, from the employee's perspective, I think it's time not to be a victim. It could be. I mean, it could go down that road very easily. It is tough, and you cannot fall victim of your fears and your apprehensions. You have to take control of your own life, take control of what's going on, and not lose control.
Okay. And to build on the victimization, I think that you have to, first of all, really think about what you're thinking about. Where is your energy going? Are you waking up saying, what if I don't have any more clients? What if my company lets more people go? What if the school system shuts down and I don't have a job? You've got to quit putting your energy there and put positive thoughts out that you can really reap energy from. Because the more negative you are, the more you just wear out. You're exhausted before you even drive up to the office building or your consulting firm or whatever it is you do. So think about what you're thinking about, first of all, and then simplify. Marines have something called the Rule of Three, and they actually did research and found out that when you gave a soldier 2 tasks, it was too few. 4 tasks were too many to remember. There's something about that number 3. So break down your goals and what you're going to do into simpler goals. Have 3 things that you're going to do to improve your business or to improve your performance in your role, and follow those. So I think those are good tips.
Absolutely.
And I think this was a great workshop. So we are going to conclude now and let you make better use of your valuable time. But we were thrilled to have you, Neil. Thank you so much for being a part of this. I know, it was fun. We finished. Yay, woohoo! All right, thanks, and we'll see you next time on Corplite TV.